How's it going, Jessica?
It's going alright, I guess.
Oh, excellent. So what brings you in today?
Well, I'm having difficulty with a friend. I feel like I'm being used all the time.
I guess, so to elaborate on that a little bit, please.
Well, I feel like I do things for people out of the goodness of my heart, and they then find that I will bend over backwards for them, and then they abuse that from me. They manipulate me into doing that all the time.
Sure. Well, it sounds like like you're pretty disheartened by that. It sounds pretty upsetting.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I guess what would you say? How do your friends typically react when you do all these things for them?
I think they take it for granted,
Sure.
because they know they can call on me and I'll do it.
Wow. Yeah, that is a little upsetting. What are some things that you think that you could do to even out the relationship a little bit? I think.
I've tried to get my needs met. Like, I had this one friend, and I told her that I would take her someplace, and all she had to do was pay me back half the gas mileage, and I was open to taking her up to Green Bay, so that's like a 400 mile or 200 mile round trip, 4 hours round trip. And she did pay me the gas mileage coming back. But then the next day, she calls on me and wants me to do more for her. And I had my own stuff I had to do because I had a test on Monday that I had to study for. And this is Sunday because I took her up on a Saturday. And this Sunday, she's like, oh, can you take me to Bob's Discount Furniture because you live right there? I'm like, I guess, but I did not know she expected me to help her with what she bought there, get it into her place, and then take her other places so she could get other stuff done, and then take her home, and she calls me. I go to church on Sunday, so she called me about noon, and I said, well, I'm busy until like 1 or so. So she came about 1. I didn't get home until after 7 p.m. and I still had to study for my math test on Monday. And it's like she just took me for granted, like I would bend over backwards for her.
Wow. Well, Jessica, it sounds like you're feeling pretty just overall disappointed and maybe a little angry with a lot of your friends. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I'm angry. I'm being used all the time.
Sure.
And I don't know what to do about it. I try to get my stuff met, like I'll ask her, can you lend me money? Can you do something for me? And she'll be like, well, I don't have it right now. No, I can't. And it's like, well, anytime you need something, I bend over backwards for you, but yet when I need something, you refuse to help me.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds very frustrating. Well, Jessica, I guess if I'm hearing you if I'm hearing you correctly, it's just overall the main thing that brings you in today is that you're just feeling disappointed with the way that some of your friendships are operating, and you feel like you do a lot of things for your friends and really get nothing in return, and that sounds like you're feeling pretty frustrated and maybe a little angry with that. So, I Excellent. Well, if you know, I would like to definitely chat more about this. So if you come on back next week, we can maybe start digging into it a little more.